high knees, pump the arms. Jogging for 60 seconds.
Okay, so these are 2-foot toe hops, and they'll go for 60 seconds. The last 15 seconds you'll do wrist shakes, so that the hands come out to the side, and you just move the wrists around quickly, and you keep the toes together and just alternate from side to side. So these are jumping jacks, touching at the top with the hands, heels touch at the bottom, and as you get comfortable, then you add some speed to it. So go as fast as you can. There we go. And again, this is for 60 seconds. Marcus is now doing the calf stretch for 30 seconds to each leg. You'll notice that his front leg is against the wall. That's not the leg that's being stretched. The leg that's being stretched is the back leg. And how you can get a better stretch is just by pushing your hips into the wall or taking a little bit larger stride if you needed to. Again, this is 30 seconds to each leg. Okay, so this is a high knee march for 20 seconds, and this is an intermediate level. After you've done the 20 seconds, we'll have Marcus go into a high knee run, which again is for 20 seconds, and that's the advanced version. So we'll go to high knee run now. So again, alternating arms and legs, high knees on the spot for 20 seconds. Isaiah is now doing a downward dog stretch, and this goes for 60 seconds. You'll notice with this stretch, the heels stay as close to the floor as possible. We'd like to have them flat on the floor. And you just have a nice stretch. And again, with any of these stretches, breathe normally, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just relax and enjoy the stretch. Isaiah is doing the intermediate single foot heel slides, and you'll notice his hands are on his hips, his core stays nice and tight, and he slides his heel away from himself and then pulls it back up. He'll do this for 5 reps on each leg to a 5 count. Down to basically a 5 count and slide up to a 5 count. Okay, good. Marcus over here is doing an advanced straight leg lower and then lift. We're starting him, again, hands on the hips. He's lowering to a 5 count, powering up, but he keeps his hips and small of the back flat on the floor. As you get better at this and stronger, you can eliminate the higher prop and put a lower one in. And you continue doing this, and again, it's the same. You'll do 5 reps to each leg, and then repeat. And eventually, as you get strong enough, you can remove this and touch the heel down to the floor, maintaining the lower back and the hips flat on the floor, hands on the hips.
This process from here, where little guys might start down to the floor, might take a year. Want to protect that lower back.
Okay. Isaiah is doing single leg skips for 1 minute, and then after that's complete, he'll skip on the other leg for 1 minute. As an example, we're just doing 15 seconds of each, but each athlete would skip for 1 minute on each foot for a total of 2 minutes of skipping. Marcus is doing rotational push-ups to exhaustion, and he'll do a push-up down to a 2 count, up to a 2 count, and then rotate. And he'll do to one side rotation, and then to the other side rotation. You'll know his body, or notice his body is in a nice plank when he's going down. Once form is diminished, then that's exhaustion. Okay, Isaiah is doing explosive tuck jumps. To make it harder, you want to try and keep the knees together. Explode the knees up so you're past 90 degrees. And you're going to do this for 30 seconds. Okay, go ahead. Isaiah is in the hockey stretch again, which again we call pigeon stretch. 30 seconds to each leg. Again, just the same as day one. You'll notice how his leg is parallel to his hips, and we can sink the hips down a little bit, lower the body to get a little bit more stretch here. And again, you'll do this 30 seconds to each leg, 2 times on each side.
And the more that you can extend that back leg, the stretch will be more intense.
Okay, Marcus is now doing regular push-ups to exhaustion. He's going down to a 2 count and exploding up. You'll notice how he has his shoulders down and his elbows back. A lot of people mistakenly do a push-up by having their elbows out. Puts a tremendous strain on the shoulders. Body is in a nice plank position. Excellent form. Okay, Marcus is now doing knee push-ups to exhaustion. This is obviously after you've done rotational push-ups earlier, then to the regular push-ups to exhaustion. Now it's knee push-ups to exhaustion. All the form stays the same. The back is nice and straight, elbows are back, shoulders are down, and the form remains the same. As you can see, he's exhausting, the form starts to deplete, and he's going much slower. Okay, so right now Marcus is doing the shoulder burn for 2 minutes. He's alternating every 15 seconds with his thumbs up, and then after 15 seconds he'll go thumbs down. You want to make sure that you prepare yourself so your knees are bent a little bit and you support your low back. Isaiah is now doing the advanced version where we've added a weight to the hands, and he's doing the same motion where the balls are going to be faced up, and then after 15 seconds the balls are face down. Same thing, prepare the low back so you have a slight bend in your knees. And we want to progress that we always go to 2 minutes, but as you get better and better with this, you can add more weight to the hands. So you start out bare, then you can add a light weight, eventually adding more and more weight, but always consistently doing 2 minutes.
And a good way to add weight is just progressing through different sizes of soup cans.
Okay, Marcus is now doing burpees. When you do a good burpee, you come all the way down into a push-up, and then you jump off the floor, so you're springing off the floor. Extend, you're trying to jump as high as you can. This being near the end of the workout, you will be exhausted, but you're going for 60 seconds. Making sure that you actually do a full push-up. Extending all the way up. Very good. Marcus is doing the figure 4 stretch. You'll hold this stretch for 30 seconds to each leg. You'll notice that he wants the leg that's straight as high as possible, as straight as possible. And this is getting a real good stretch into the deep glute muscle. And again, you'll hold this for 30 seconds to each leg. Relax and breathe normal. Keep the small of the back, which is the lower back, flat on the floor. Okay, Isaiah is now doing a crab walk for 60 seconds around the room. The key to this is taking small steps. You'll notice his core is starting to sag a little bit. There he goes, he shot it up. You want to keep the core nice and tight, and that stomach and thighs all want to be kind of like a flat platform. So again, you can go backwards, forwards, but you want to keep that core tight. He's doing a real good job here. Small little steps. 60 seconds. If you need to take a rest, and then start the exercise again. Okay, Marcus is now doing a push-up plank for 45 seconds. You'll notice from the head down to the toes, it's a straight plank, as if we were to put a plank right on his body. You'll hold this for 45 seconds. Then, without any rest, he'll immediately go into a sit-up for 30 seconds. He can cup his hands under his armpits so that there's no cheating and no flailing of the arms. After doing this for 30 seconds, he'll then go into a forearm plank for 45 seconds. Again, head is looking forward, nice plank of the body, everything's nice and strong and rigid. And this is again held for 45 seconds. No rest between each exercise. Okay. So Isaiah's doing the double leg intermediate wall sit. And this is for athletes who cannot do a wall sit for more than 4 minutes. You'll notice he has his hands on his hips, not on his quads. His knees, his upper leg and lower leg form a right angle. Feet are about hip width apart. And from here, it's just a nice breathing exercise, concentrating on staying in that right angle. After he's done the wall sit, he'll do a single leg quad stretch for 30 seconds to each leg. Staying nice and upright when he does this. Okay, Marcus is in a single leg wall sit, and this is for athletes who can go longer than 4 minutes with a double leg. Again, hands are on the hip, feet, or the right leg in this example, forms a right angle. The left foot is out in front. We prefer to have it this way rather than crossing the legs because it's one single leg then doing all the work. Same thing, once he's done, then he'll rise up and go into a single leg quad stretch. Again, nice upright position, keeping the knee in tight to the body. And do that again, each side for 30 seconds.
Okay.
So Marcus is doing the child's pose, and when you do this, again, you want to sit back on your haunches just as he is, get as close down to the knees, the chest down to the knees, head looks down, arms are fully extended, and you relax and breathe. And each time you breathe, try and go a little bit further and just relax all the muscles in your body.